A would-be heckler was shouted down after laughing at dead children. So this happened during a speech by Democratic candidate Beto O'Rourke, and I want to show you the video of this event. Take a look.
Now 11 weeks since we lost 19 kids and their 2 teachers shot to death with a weapon originally designed for use in combat, legally purchased by an 18-year-old who did not try to obtain one when he was 16 or 17, but followed the law that's on the books, ladies and gentlemen, that says that you can buy not one, you can buy 2 or more if you want to, AR-15s, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and take that weapon that was originally designed for use on the battlefields in Vietnam to penetrate an enemy soldier's helmet at 500 feet and knock him down dead, up against kids at 5 feet. It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay? We're going to make sure that our kids who are starting their school year right now, that they don't have to worry about somebody walking into their school with a weapon like this.
That may be probably one of the best Beto O'Rourke moments ever. And again, I've been critical of Beto O'Rourke. I'll get into why a little bit later, but I thought this was excellent. Because look, very, very human moment, right? Yeah, if somebody laughs about dead children, and again, could you imagine laughing at people who got shot? Children again. No, the right-winger sociopaths. They don't give a damn about kids being torn apart by these weapons. They're totally fine with it. Oh, I got to defend my freedom. Because the government's coming for us. Again, the whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. No, what kind of person would find this funny? This is not indicative, by the way. And I said, right-wingers, far right. I don't think this is indicative of the average gun owner who actually does support things like common sense gun regulations. No, these are the sick people. And of course, they support Greg Abbott, who made guns after Uvalde easier to get. But why I like this interaction and why it's gotten so much views online, so much attention, is because it's very human. Yeah, I think anybody would have this reaction. If you hear somebody laughing about dead kids, like, listen here, motherfucker, that's not funny. Why are you laughing? What kind of person are you? Do you have any human emotions? Now, look, the reason that I, had criticized Beto before, and by the way, this extends to a lot of Democratic politicians, and just not just Democratic politicians, I should say most politicians all over around, is that usually they're pretty fake and phony. And the reason is, again, they can't do anything without a focus group, without these consultants that are whispering in their ears. But moments like this, that is where they show that, yes, they are indeed human. I think one of the big problems before is that he had listened to those consultants, for example, when he tried to take on Ted Cruz. My advice to Democratic politicians, don't listen to the consultants. Just be a human being. Just be a regular human being. That's all you need. Especially on this issue. Again, the idea, the issue of children being murdered at school, thanks to the fact any lunatic can go and get a gun because you have people that work for the gun manufacturers, right, that see profit. The fact that this happens because of the greed, yeah, it pisses people off, and it should piss off everyone. And yes, voters do want people who are not just outraged about these deaths as much as they are, but somebody who actually wants to do something. I actually do think, for all the criticisms that I've had of Beto O'Rourke, I do think he actually really cares about this issue. And we all should care about this issue. In fact, again, Republicans, you should also care about this issue. They're also your kids that are being gunned down in schools. And not just in schools, all over the country by the same people. And so they, again, people who have issues serious issues or just incredibly hateful, violent people can get their hands on weapons. That's not right. And we should have rules and regulations to prevent people like that from getting their hands on powerful weapons. And you could do that while also still believing in the right to self-defense and the right to carry a weapon. So again, everybody should be outraged about this. And look, I know that Uvalde has been basically fading from the radar. I get it, right? It's kind of out of the news cycle nationally. But Beto's still talking about it because that is a real issue and it impacts real people. Nothing has been fixed in relation to, these tragedies because, again, you have politicians that work for their donors, even if it means your kids are killed. And then their followers will then laugh at those children for being killed. There are some sick people out there.